All right, hello everyone.
Stylish.
I know. Rocking my new coat, Calvin Klein. About to go leave to the airport because it's the long-awaited Korea trip time. All right, we are in line for TSA.
Security.
And Chris is here, so. What's that supposed to be? We made it. We're at Incheon Airport.
Finally. Oh my god, no.
So now it's baggage claim, and then we got to figure out how to get to our Airbnb.
We might have to go through immigration to drop off these papers.
Yeah, we had to fill out a bunch of papers on a flight, which was super interesting.
Yeah.
And I really hope I didn't do anything wrong. Hey. So it's been about 15 hours since we landed at Incheon Airport. Long story short, we can't enter the country further than this point. There was a mix-up with our understanding of the quarantine policies, and we thought we'd be able to do it on our own in our Airbnb, but with the visa that we had, which was a short-term stay visa, that did not allow us to do that. And plus, since we don't have any relatives, we would have had to do the 10-day quarantine in their facilities, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if it wouldn't cost us about $1,300 each. That would have depleted our entire budget for the trip, so yeah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, so that's where we're at, and they transferred what would have been our ticket home from here to right now. They got us a flight for 6 p.m. tonight to go back to Dallas, and then from there we'll go back to LAX. We don't want to do that, so we're trying to buy a one-way ticket to London. We don't know exactly. We can buy it online, and I'm kind of getting closer to wanting to do that again. But so we're just.
Would that be if we went to London and just stayed? For
I know.
Like we just didn't go back to LA.
We're just waiting for some workers to come out so we can hopefully get some tickets, and then we also need to figure out our luggage because they took our luggage and they're not letting us get it.
We have the tickets for the luggage, like we have the stamps, we have everything. So realistically, we should just be able to buy a ticket to London and then be like, these are our bags, we need them on this plane.
Yeah.
Right?
We're hoping that that's going to be the case, but everything has been like 10 times more complicated over here, so who knows?
I have to commend the quarantine restrictions though, because we went through so many checkpoints.
Yeah. So there's a reason why South Korea is doing very good with the pandemic, and we thought we could like blend in, but
Can I
no.
cuss in your vlog?
No.
Oh, can you
But
bleep it out?
yeah.
Now I'm scared. We're at an airport in Incheon and it shits on all of LA. All of it. Not even just the airports. All of LA.
Oh yeah, no, this airport is like, it's like a mall, and it is unbelievable how clean it is, how big it is, and just like, it's so crazy. Like, but yeah, so that's where we're at. This is where we've been. Camping out, doing our thing. Hopefully the next update will be a good one and we will be on a plane. Fingers crossed. We're on our flight to Finland. I'll insert a story time right here on everything that happened at the last second.
Okay, so lots of stress. So we were trying to get an 11 a.m. flight. We were told to wait for the airline people. We were told that they were going to get there at 7:30. 7:30, they were not there. 8 o'clock, they were not there. 8:30, they were not there. So eventually I said, you know what, let's just buy the tickets online. We bought the tickets online. We needed them to get our boarding passes. They were not there. 9, they were not there. 9:30, they were not there. At 10:15, that's when they finally came for an 11 a.m. flight. Even the crew were like stressed out. But anyway, so then we immediately go to them to get our boarding passes. They're like, okay, do you have your passenger locator form? We're like, what the heck is that? And they're like, you need that to enter the country. We were like, oh, we thought we only needed a PCR test on arrival. They were like, oh no, this is like a newish rule. And I was like, oh, okay. So then we go to do the passenger locator form. That cost like 60 euros. And we were like, great. And while we were doing that, they were like, oh, you got to buy your PCR test ahead of time. And we were like, okay. So then we were taken to another website where we had to pay like another 45 euros for a PCR test. And then we almost weren't able to get on that flight because they needed to see a confirmation that our passenger locator form was accepted. And the email was like, oh, that could take hours. And we were like, we don't have hours. We have minutes. But luckily it did get there in like 2 minutes, which was nice. And then they were like, oh, so your luggage is going to make it to London, but there's no free check-in on this flight, so you got to pay for both of them. And we were like, huh? So we had to pay for both of our luggages because our big luggage was, obviously we had to check that in at LAX. But then before we got on our first flight from LAX to Dallas, they were like, oh, this flight is overbooked, so if you want to volunteer to check in your carry-on for free, you may do so. So Chris and I were like, yeah, we'll do that. So both our big luggage and our carry-ons needed to be paid for this flight. So over $200 later, we made it onto the flight. It sucked, but all of that was like the tickets and doing all of that was still a lot cheaper than it would have been to do the government sanctioned quarantine in Korea. So worked out for the best, but still, wow, what a stressful 10 minutes.
I don't want to relive it right now. I'm so tired, y'all. I'll probably update when we get to Finland, but yeah. All right, shout out to the stewardess who gave us both 2 glasses of wine. Lunch.
Cheers, bro.
Made it to Finland. We just got, we just got some snacks. We're gonna go to our gate soon because we only have like about an hour of a layover here. They open the gates at 3:20. It's 2:43, so we have some time. I bought a scrunchie because I've been dying. Chris also bought some hair ties. Yeah. Exactly. Enough said. Hope this next and last flight goes smoothly.
Wait, get my Caesar salad.
That's Chris's Caesar salad.
My Caesar salad.
I'd show y'all my sandwich, but I ate it already.
She nailed it.
I actually can't even tell if it was good or not. I was just so hungry. I ate it pretty fast.
And honestly, we got 2 pretty good meals on the plane. Just plain portions are tiny.
Yeah, small. I get hungry
wanna
quite
ask for
fast. Yeah. We bought food with our ticket, and I think we're gonna be given it on our next flight. I got a margarita pizza. What did you get again? Some sort of sandwich, right?
I don't remember. Yeah, it was like a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. I don't know. My brain is like really confused right now because we left in the morning at Korea. And so I'm thinking it should be night, but it's 3 in the afternoon. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's
Like 2:45 in the afternoon. So that's just like, and it's the same. We've been stuck on January 8th. We've been in January 8th for so long. So
this day will never end.
yeah, don't say that. Good morning, London. We're at a Mediterranean restaurant. That's